Hello everyone, welcome to this episode on fall armyworm and its management strategies in Africa. And in this episode we'll be focusing on how biological control can help in management of fall armyworm and how this can be integrated with other management options that are also of potential in African situation. With fall armyworm, what ISIP and its partners have observed or are observing still is that there are several natural meats that are adapting into fall armyworm from the other Spodoptera species. And so there is definitely a good potential for these natural meats to restrict the population of fall armyworm at a lower level. This natural meats have to be integrated effectively with the other management options. Like for instance, diversified maize cropping system is a common practice in Africa, and these diversified cropping systems are also known to conserve these natural meats very well. What biological control means is trying to use resources that are biological in nature, especially from the environment, which could be different natural enemies of a pest, parasitoids or predators, and also it could be microbial organisms which controls the insects. And in a broader perspective, it could also include some of the botanical pesticides that we get from the plants from nature. So all this can be put into the perspective of biological control. Every organism in this world has a range of other controlling factors which could be like parasitoids or predators, and these parasitoids actually track the pest, lay their eggs inside the pest, and the pest gets killed while their offsprings survive in the pest. Fall armyworm also has a range of natural enemies which should be parasitoids or predators which survives on these pests and killing them. So these predators and parasitoids could be effectively used for fall armyworm management. From these microbes that controls fall armyworm in the field, we are trying to develop new biopesticides, and my colleague Dr. Akutse will give you more details on our lab and our field activities on commercializing these biopesticides as products for management of fall armyworm.
Biopesticides, they are just the natural pathogen we use in the environment to control the pests. What we do basically here is to try to identify those pathogens that infect the insect and then multiply them and release them in the nature so that they can kill more the insect population and suppress that population at the economic threshold. Fall armyworm came by surprise, and when they came, we don't have any biopesticide safely we can use to sustainably manage it. You can see here, this is a fall armyworm larvae, the second instar larvae of the fall armyworm, which is infected by a fungus. And this is a strain of Bovaria, which is a white fungi, which infect the pest at the field, and it died. What we do now is to try to get this fungi which killed the pest, isolate it, characterize it and know what is it, and then multiply it and release it in the nature so that it can kill more of the fall armyworm larvae as it kills it at the field. From our research, we were able to identify two main fungi which can kill the egg and then the larvae. Biopesticide has a lot of advantage. First of all, they are safe and they are not toxic as compared to the conventional pesticide. This biopesticide is host specific. It kills only the pests and is more friendly with the other natural enemy which can also kill the pests, and also are friendly with our pollinators such as bee and others which help us also to get more food. We now try to pick the larvae and then we isolate the pathogen. This pathogen, we now try to plate them, make them clean, characterize them, identify them, and then we multiply. You can see this is the green fungi I was talking about, and the white one is a Bovaria strain. After characterize them and identify them, now we multiply them. Prepare the broth, and then we inoculate the fungi in, and then try to now multiply it on rice. Rice, we tested different substrates, and we realized that rice give more yield. And then we multiply them on the rice, and we harvest it. This is the harvested one. And after harvested it, we do the formulation. It can be on powder form as this, or also in oil formulation. And after we formulate, they do the packaging. This is the detain, which is the hot cake to control fall armyworm now. They achieve, which can kill the egg and then the larvae of fall armyworm. This is all about the biopesticide and how we use it to control effectively and sustainably fall armyworm. My colleague will take you through how we use other parasites, mainly parasitoid and predator, to control fall armyworm.
Here I will take you through another important aspect of biological control, especially when it comes to invasive pests, and that is the use of parasitoid. Naturally, the invasive pests, when they come from their home origin, they come without their natural enemies. Luckily, in case of the fall armyworm, we managed to identify efficient parasitoid which is existing in Africa, that they form new association with fall armyworm. But you might ask me, what is parasitoid? Parasitoid is another insect, but in this case, a beneficial insect. We can refer to it as farmer friends. What they do, they attack the bad insect, in this case, fall armyworm. By doing so, the fall armyworm will never reach an adult stage. Instead, it is the parasitoid which reach adult stage and continue to reproduce and continue attacking the fall armyworm. Different category of parasitoid attacking different stage. Here we have two categories. We have the one which attacking egg stage of fall armyworm, and these are very important group of parasitoid. This is due to the fact that they attack the earliest stage of the fall armyworm before even the insect hatch and start consuming the maize. The second category which attack larvae, we have here three types of them. If it happens, fall armyworm are not parasitized, they will look like this. But in case it happens, it is parasitized, generally, whether with egg parasitoid or majority of the larval parasitoid, they will look like this. So you need to be very keen. If you see something like this is not cotton, pieces of cotton, these are the cocoon of the beneficial insect. There's another group which attack pupa. Unfortunately, we don't have them in the lab, but they exist in nature. For a farmer to be able to conserve this parasitoid, there are several things that he or she need to do. Number one, avoid unnecessary spraying of broad spectrum insecticide, which very often they are not even efficient. Plant flowering plant at the border of your maize crop to act as a refuge and provide nectars for this parasitoid. Third aspect is to practice intercropping, something that I found it to be very fascinating in this part of the world. And this is very good practice that we encourage for parasitoid conservation. Or the action of this all parasitoid combined, they can be up to more than 60% parasitism. But again, this is if and only if the farmer conserves this parasitoid. Fall armyworm being a very devastating pest, we mentioned that it needs different tactics. So biological control using parasitoid is just one of them. There are others which are explained previously, but there are also more important ones they are going to explain in the coming episode. Please stay tuned and subscribe to the channel.